Welcome to the Thomas
and Haley Show by doing everything blind.
Good Sunday fun day afternoon. Once again, YouTuberinos, Thomas, Haley, and Chris here. Welcome back to another edition of the Thomas and Haley Show. All right, Chris, would you like to greet the YouTuberinos and tell them what we're going to be talking about?
Hello, everyone. Don't forget that I'm here.
Babe,
Yeah.
help me out.
So today we are going to talk with all of you about how to present yourself in public. So such as in parks, restaurants, or even church, of that matter.
Yep.
So basically, how to present yourself in the best way to pretty much strangers,
That means
or even in front of your loved ones.
exactly. That means attitude-wise, the way you dress, the way you talk.
Since you came up with the topic, why don't you do the honors?
All right. Well, first of all, when you go to a public place, like let's say for example, a restaurant.
Yep.
Depending on if it's a 5-star gourmet restaurant or somewhere like Arby's or McDonald's or somewhere, that depends on how you should dress. Because for example, if you go to a restaurant called Mayflower, which is a seafood restaurant. Don't just go in there with like baggy shorts and a toe up t-shirt.
Right.
That doesn't look presentable at all.
Nope.
They're gonna think you homeless.
Mm-hmm.
Trying to get a free meal.
Yeah.
Cause I've even had people at my job trying to come get free meals.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
It doesn't work, does it?
No. We see some places will do that, but if you take advantage of it and abuse it, they're gonna stop it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I just thought of something. We should.
You haven't thought. I'm so proud.
We should talk about how you should present yourself on a first date.
That's part of it. Yeah, that's part of this too. That can be part of it. Because like with that being said, if it's a first date for a couple, the man should always pay.
And don't wear too much cologne.
Yeah, that too.
Because she might not like it, or she might even be allergic to it.
Exactly.
It's called being courteous and thoughtful.
Exactly.
My friends.
Yeah. For you, babe. With you being blind, what's some of the things you look for that people could be, common, respectful, and courteous? That includes going out on dates.
Are we talking about like the date themselves, or like the people that would be like serving us at the date, basically?
In general.
Oh, okay. So both.
Yeah.
Okay. So if it's like the date himself, I would, and the fact if he knows that I'm blind, and if we discussed this beforehand, I would expect for him to be courteous to read menus to me, or ask me what certain sections I would want for him to look at, because majority of places don't have braille menus. Now, of course, we would ask, but if they don't, then it would be more beneficial for him to read the menu to me versus probably like the server, because, of course, they got to serve other people.
Yeah, of course.
They're not our servants.
No.
Yeah, exactly.
They're your server, because they're everyone else's server, but not your personal servant. No.
Exactly.
And for the servers, because this can happen sometimes, like when they're trying to talk to everyone, including like the person that might be blind or visually impaired. Of course, they don't know that you're blind or visually impaired, but they might go, "So what would she or he like?" Excuse me, like. You can ask me, like. That happens several times.
In that situation, what I do is I tell them, I say, this person is blind, but they can easily speak from the words if you read options to them. Right. That would definitely help.
Right. Yep.
Especially if you have a meal that has daily specials on it, and it's like different prices.
Right.
They would definitely need to know that.
Yeah.
because you don't want to overpay for what you pay for your food.
So, oh, sorry. Go ahead.
And also, if it's this instance where if you're blind and she's sighted or vice versa, you could read her the menu if she wants you to. If you're fully sighted and if she's blind or vice versa, you could do that.
Yep.
Unless
The morals of that example is if you're someone who is blind or visually impaired and you could basically advocate for yourself about the menu, but when the person just automatically goes to what would he or she like, just advocate for yourself, just saying like, excuse me, I like to order for myself. Now, of course, your person could read it to you going, okay, I know what I want. I can say it myself.
Yeah.
Or
sometimes the servers will just go directly to like, what do they want?
right. Or another thing you could do as the blind or visually impaired person, it's okay to have your phone out and letting your voiceover read the menu. That's not an issue.
But make sure it's at a reasonable volume so nobody else can hear it.
Right, exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Make sure it's turned down, low. So low enough that only you can hear it.
Or another thing you could do is look it up on your phone. Have some ideas, put it like in your notes app of your phone. That way you can just go quickly look at it, and you can have an idea of what you want to eat and drink.
Now, Chris, I'm just asking this hypothetically, if you and Hailey were at a restaurant, would you do you have enough vision to read her the menu?
Yeah, yes I do.
All right.
But see, part of the problem with that is, in a lot of these restaurants, the lighting is terrible.
Oh yeah.
And speaking along those lines, do you think it would be, in y'all opinion, do you think it would be helpful to tell management about that and let them know that they can try to improve on that, or just leave it alone?
Yes, because it's very important for the customers to advocate for themselves to the server, and of course if they're not sure what to do or if they can do it, then of course you can suggest or ask or recommend the server to speak to the manager, supervisor, whatever they call them. And if they're not sure, of course they could go to like whoever is higher up than them, or even go to like the actual owners themselves of the restaurant. Like, what can we do to accommodate everybody, including people who are low vision, blind, visually impaired, or any other form of disability they may have? Because the server might have a customer where they're there to get, but unfortunately they might be what's the term where they can't read? What's that term? Babe? Huh?
Being illiterate.
Yeah, illiterate, or any other like vocabulary term that confirms like that they can't read.
Oh yeah, you could have a customer that is dyslexic too.
Dyslexic, that's the term I was looking for. Yes.
Yeah, where they read the stuff backwards in reverse. Yeah.
Yeah, because they might be able to see the menu, but they can't read properly because they're dyslexic. So of course they gotta be considerate of that too.
Now, also I think it would be important to talk about how to present yourself when you're going for a job interview. How about that?
Oh yeah, definitely.
One thing for that would be make sure you dress appropriately. There's like the dress casually and just like appropriately for like job interviews, like button down shirts or like black clothing is mainly good for stuff like that mainly.
Yeah, but
and a few things you don't want to do: don't go to the interview drunk, don't go to the interview and burp and fart, don't.
Yeah, true. Yep.
Respect the interviewer who's asking you the questions in the interview, and respect the people who even approve for you to be interviewed in the first place.
Because some jobs require you to go through 2 interviews before you get a job. Because in my job, the assistant manager does the interview, and then if you get called back for a second interview, that's when either the general manager or the owner himself would do your second.
Now, when I worked at the theater, I went to one interview, and then boom, I got the job.
Yeah, it all depends on the employee,
the company or the employers.
Yep.
And also, speaking of that, you know, I was very persistent because, you know, I waited for 3 weeks, and after 3 weeks, they still didn't call me back with an answer. So I called the hiring manager and, you know, left him a voicemail, you know, and he called me back and said to come to the theater. And when I went to the theater, that's when they told me I got the job. So you have to, sometimes, you know, in certain situations, guys, you have to be persistent with those kinds of things.
Yes, you do. And something else that's very, very, very important.
And persistence paid off in my case because I got the job.
It is. Yep. And that's a very, very important thing. But something else is also just as important as that. If you had a job where you had to use certain technology, know your accommodations ahead of time so they won't so they won't have to, you know, take time to figure that out.
Right, and you know, ask your if you're blind or visually impaired, talk to your VR counselor if you have one, and tell her or him what equipment you'll need for the job so they can get it for you.
Yeah, exactly.
It's not the I know I'm stating the obvious here, but this needs to be said. It's not the employee's job or the employer's job to provide equipment for you. It's your Commission for the Blind's job to do that.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what they're there for.
Yep. And don't forget, you need to know the ADA policy and rules too, because if your job does something that's out of ordinary and that's not a compliance with the ADA, that could be a major issue.
Oh boy.
Yep. You never heard about that, have you, Thomas?
No.
Oh Lord, I've heard about that though. Yeah, cause that's something people need to be aware of.
Yep.
Oh, Thomas, babe.
And dress to impress.
Yep.
Yep. What I'm doing is, which I think this might be helpful, instead of just writing like in the description like what I normally would do, saying like this, like we're talking about whatever. I'm basically writing down like basically some of the important things that we're saying, which of course I can send this to Chris so he can approve it or not, and we can just copy and paste this in the description box.
That worked for me. Yeah.
My uncle told me a long time ago that first impressions are a lasting impression.
They really are. Because if you come in there with the right kind of clothes on, the right attitude, with a smile on your face, you're more likely to get a second interview and the job if you come in there with a grumpy attitude, a frown on your face, and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Hey, Thomas. Can you repeat exactly how your uncle said that? You said first impressions are what? I'm writing that down specifically.
He said to me a long time ago that first impressions are lasting impressions.
Lasting impressions, okay.
So true. That is so true. He gave us some wise words.
Yeah. Anyway,
Which, by the way, Thomas, to give somewhat credit to this, because this is definitely what your uncle told you a long time ago, I'll basically put in the notes as Thomas's uncle once said, and then put it here, because that's definitely what he told you, so.
Right. Yep. But, you know, it's very true.
Yeah, of course.
It definitely is.
Yep. So, we hope that all y'all enjoyed
I knew you were going to do that. I knew it.
We hope you guys enjoyed this video, and we'll see y'all next Sunday.
Yep.
Take care.
Another great topic.
Same time, same video, same YouTube channel.
Doing everything blind.
And make sure y'all subscribe to Low Vision Technology LVT, Daniel Summerall Productions, and Nikki Wonderlick, and Talented HV, of course, and my channel, Doing Everything Blind. Y'all take care. Well, guys, thanks for watching the Thomas and Haley Show. We sure hope you have enjoyed it.
Please like, comment, share, and turn on all notifications for Doing Everything Blind so you will not miss any episodes of the Thomas and Haley Show. And we'll see y'all next time.